There is no theogonic myth that embodies the birth of the sun god from the goddess Ningal and her husband, the moon god. However, the mythological belief that the moon is the father of the sun comes from the idea that darkness was the first to dominate the world. From this darkness, light appeared, and things were revealed and distinguished in the daylight. Because the moon represents the first light within the darkness, the absolute light of the sun was considered its son. During the Babylonian period, the sun god was considered the father of the god Marduk. His name was Utu, which means son of the sun. The sun god was known by several names in the Sumerian language, including Utu, Babbar, Zalam, Zalme, Boozer, Man, and Amna. Utu was described as having a lapis lazuli beard, a radiant face, and being handsome. He was also depicted as having a long arm, being tall, covered in flashes of light. Utu was described as the guide of all people, the master of divination and prophecy, the revealer of secrets, the organizer of what is in the heavens and the earth, the determiner of destinies, the creator of the universe and the four directions, the king of justice, and the supporter. He is also depicted in many cylinder seals as an old man walking between two mountains, crossing the upper world on foot, sometimes in a fiery chariot, and sometimes as a bird, possibly a falcon. The sun god was also called Utu Kagal. The wife of the god Utu is the goddess Ayya, a Sumerian goddess meaning the preparer. She has several Sumerian names, including Lady of the Red Star, Sudenga, meaning the Shining One, and Anunit. Ayya was described as the Lady of the Lands, the goddess of the sky, the breath of dawn, and the human goddess. The sacred number of the sun god is 20. Utu and Ayya were worshipped in the city of Sippar. Utu's temple was known as Babbar, and Ayya's temple was called Idena, meaning Temple of the Groves, because she was originally a goddess of greenery. Utu was also worshipped in the city of Larsa. The Sumerian symbols of the sun god can be traced back to the earliest Neolithic times. The Maltese cross symbol appeared since the Hassuna culture in the 5th millennium BC, then in the Samara and Halaf cultures. The pictographic sign for the sun was first a cross shape, and the second symbol was a circle that appeared since the Hassuna period. The circle and the Maltese cross appeared in the form of a rose in the Jemdet Nazar period, and the circle turned into the shape of a daisy around 4000 BC. The third symbol is the disk on a pole, which dates back to the Jemdet Nazar period, and the fourth symbol is the star on the back of a spear. The fifth symbol is the disk with the radiating four-pointed star, which appeared since the time of Masilim, 2800 BC, and was worshipped in the first dynasty of Ur. The sixth symbol is the sword or serrated saw, which indicates that it cuts through the darkness. The animals that represented Utu and accompanied him in the Sumerian period are the lion with a human head, the eagle, the falcon, and the scorpion man, which appears in front of Utu's boat on cylinder seals since the beginning of the third early dynastic period. In conclusion, we see that the Sumerian sun god Utu laid a large foundation for the Semitic god Shamash, who is an expanded extension of him. If the son of the sun, Marduk, had occupied the position of the greatest god in Babylon, then the god Ashur, who is the god of the horizon, that is the sun god, had occupied the position of the greatest god in Assyria.